Thanksgiving. Hope everyone has an awesome Thanksgiving.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Good contact, good result. Frank, straight uphill with this approach shot, what do you have to factor in terms of club selection and setup over the ball?
Well, you're going to have to take at least an extra club to make up for that added elevation. And also, it's tougher to get onto that front foot. Should be safely on deck.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. The young star makes his birdie. A lot of excitement here. Let's take you out to the action once again at the 13th. Frank, how would you assess this first-round performance from our featured golfer?
I'd say commercial, solid, very professional. If this is the worst round they score all week, it's not such a bad round.
Blow and blow. Right that 300 yards. Hell yeah.
Right where they were aiming,
nice.
in the fairway. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, not close, but not bad either.
You can always make the odd 20-footer, and that's exactly how far they are away.
Well, you could see he thought he had that.
It looked in the whole way until the end.
Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Still even par for the day. Par 3 14th, headed over Lake Zimmer. Old man Zimmer was a legend in these parts here in Maine at Lighthouse Point. All you want here, Frank, at 240 yards. That's one of the more depressing sights in golf. You've hit a good one, and then it just sucks back too much spin off the green.
Nice.
Yes, he's holding, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Now to the par 3 14th. It is 240 yards. What a golf course, Frank. I mean, this tests the best in the world. I'm talking about McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, and Ricky Fowler. 700-yard par 5s and nearly 600-yard par 4s. This is all you want.
It certainly is, and that's why the total yardage of this golf course is nearly 7,700 yards. This par 3, just a beast at 240 yards. One thing you want to do, though, is avoid Lake Zimmer. It's that big body of water to the right. If anything, though, look at the green. It shapes a little to the right, so you can use that left side of the green, which is away from the lake. It's a smart way to play this.
Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
No doubt they'll be happy with that shot. Well played. Frank going for 2 in a row now. And with that birdie, moving into the top 5 on the leaderboard.
And we're starting to notice the name.
Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.
Day 2. Oh, excuse me, that's the first round still. Trying to get to day 2.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live second-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Frank, as we stand here at the 4th and look out, no mistaking where we're at. I know I'm having some lobster for dinner tonight.
Awesome clam chowder. The best comes from this area. Well, actually, for the ocean, though, anything that strays a little left off this tee will find that ocean. And believe me, there's been more than one ball hit down there. Generous fairway, that's really the goal in the tiniest of green. If you find the green, you're going to have a birdie putt. Very short one indeed.
Second shot, good look at the green. What a shot. Perfectly placed right next to the hole. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Now at the 5th here at Lighthouse Point, it's a par 4. Frank, what are we in store for?
When you stand on this tee, Rich, you don't see any fairway bunkers, but be careful. It can certainly fool you. The goal really with the Cliffs course is to find fairways.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Frank, right where you want to be.
Wouldn't be better if it was on a tee.
Set up in the fairway, 200 yards from here.
blue line is. It's not gonna show me. Okay. We'll sit right there.
That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. That was like Usain Bolt, Frank, right through the tape.
Yeah, that first step, that was never going to stop.
This requires a lot of speed through the ball. That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch, nerve, had it all. And he has the bottom of the barrel. Now at the 6th hole, it's a par 3, just under 200 yards. Where's the challenge here, Frank?
Well, you've got to love that bunker on the left side, Rich, especially because it's shaped like a letter L. Got to fly that. Green's not too deep, so really the challenge is trying to flight that ball in amongst the breeze should it kick up.
Thank you, Woods. How you doing today? Damn, that wind's jumping.
Well, this is straight at it.
It's a really good line. That one inside of 10 feet, really dialed in. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday.
One more birdie, and now tied for the lead.
And the first place.
Par 4 7th, only 370 yards. Frank, decision to be made off that tee.
It is. I walked this hole, Rich, to the narrowest point of the fairway, 278 yards. And if you want to carry that left side, you're going to have to be strong 300 yards. So really, I don't know if drivers to play, maybe even 3 woods too much. You might have to throttle back even further. So the hole might be short. You just might get a little bit of a longer second shot than what the scorecard would normally allow you.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. This is for his birdie. Racking him and stacking him right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Getting set at the 8th hole. It's a par 3 of 165 yards. Break it down for us, partner.
This gets really narrow in the middle of this green, Rich. That's sort of the biggest problem. Matter of fact, only had 12 yards from that left side to the right in the middle. And the green itself actually is 3 times that in length, 36 yards. So straightness is the key here.
That's pretty damn straight.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. There you have it. The second round is complete. Another solid effort put together, and it shows on the scorecard.
And after 2 rounds, you really start to see not only who's playing well, but who's consistent.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. On to the 13th, and Frank, I love golf courses where you run into something you've never seen before. I have never played a par 5 of 700 or more yards. Here it is. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Well, this is the kind of strong wind that will really test a player. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That is an excellent play right there. The approach, giving him another good look. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Only one stroke behind the leader now. McIlroy looks to be making his move, Frank.
And chasing. You know, we start to see that real kick in his stride. And, of course, an extra 10 or 15 yards off the tee. Well, that's always a good sign.
Fucking God, I got a hole-in-one.
He just made an
Woo!
ace.
Oh, Woods, I wish you were here. That was awesome.
15th hole, and Frank a return to sanity. 387 yards, par 4.
Awesome.
Yeah, second easiest hole on the golf course. Bends a little to the left. Just avoid the sand left and that little pot bunker on the right. And you should be set up with a relatively short iron in to a green that really the only problem is if you go long.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
The green is up above, and this will play at least a club longer. Frank, why are great rivalries so important? Why do we love them?
I think because people like to sit on one side of the fence. You're either for or against a great player. And I think we see that today with Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy. There's the McIlroy fans that think his future is so bright. There's the Woods fans that still want him to pass Jack Nicklaus's record. That's the beauty. You've got to have an opinion, and you have to have a player.
no show. It's not 8 minutes in. Dang it. Oh well. Let's see here.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Time to make a move, the closing stretch here at number 16, par 3, 241 yards.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
He'll need to be strong with this.
Because hopefully I can chip it in. Too hard.
Well, that's a big green. He's managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
So a tester from 4 feet. Well, considering the lead that he has on the rest of the field, a par is all you need. Well, Frank, I love this par 5 17th. Not only is it fun to play, but if you head over the Juniata Crossway Bridge ahead, you can find Brent's Lobster Shack, which is one of the best lobster rolls I have ever had. And you know, they specialize in that up here in Maine. But what a hole. Beautiful looking shot right here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Break 300. Yes.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Frank, the handicap system in golf really is the great equalizer, isn't it?
Yeah, there's no sport like it. I can't imagine going to Wimbledon and playing, you know, sort of Djokovic or Federer or, you know, playing NFL with Peyton Manning. But, you know, the beauty of golf, we can go out in a golf course. We decide what our handicaps are on the first tee. We decide who's going to get strokes, and then off you go and play. And you play on a level playing field. Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. That's off, rough.
Playing his third here at the par 5.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Doing whatever he wants with that golf ball. Moving it left, moving it right, hitting it straight when it's called for. He's doing it all. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. Racking him and stacking him. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Frank, we've made it to the finishing hole. If you're having a good day, you stop and you reflect for just a moment. The beauty surrounding you, how well you've played. If it hasn't gone all that well, you're thinking about jumping on the Juniata Crossway Bridge off to the left and getting out of Dodge. So this is where club selection becomes much more important. Uphill, make sure you have enough stick,
Uphill
and then swing away.
going hard.
Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. This is a 13-footer. He got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap.
It's all right. Got a par.
Did the job right there. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Mid-Season Classic. Good contact, good result.
Damn.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
And I hit the
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Great shot to get the birdie. Now at the par 3 14th, over another body of water. Frank, you could make some
whoever's
big
watching,
numbers
you missed
on this
my
golf
hole
course.
in one.
I would
That was
think if you
awesome.
walk out of here today having shot under par, you have to be really happy.
Certainly is big boy golf playing around the cliffs at Lighthouse Point, Rich. And this is another example here at this beefy par 3, 240 yards. You can see Lake Zimmer protects the front of this green and to the right. That's obviously where they get all their irrigation water from. But it's enough green left of the flag here. That's really what you're going to be looking at, that front left section.
Not terrible, but not his best.
Outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
So they'll tap in. good putt. Rich Lerner back at Lighthouse Point with Frank Nobilo. We're at the 15th hole. Frank, a relatively short par 4, 387 yards.
Yeah, finally we get one under 400 yards. A little bit of trouble off the tee to be avoided. Bunker left and that little pot bunker on the right. But missed those. And really, this is a very much a scoring opportunity.
That was just a beautiful drive. You hit it solid and right in the middle. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. He's made it.
Birdie.
Final par 3 on the backside. It's the 16th, 241 yards. Time to make a move as we are in the finishing stretch here.
When you give the scorecard a cursory look, you might think 240-something yards is a difficult hole, but this plays quite a bit downhill, so it plays more around the 200-yard mark. A fairly generous green, protected by the bunker.
Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. 17th hole is another par 5, 613 yards. Frank, how do you play it?
Only the longest hitters can get here in 2. It's 2 big hits, that's for sure. S-shaped fairway, so if you can't reach the par 5 and 2, you can still plot your way down there for a nice little pitch, and really great opportunity to get one back off the scorecard. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Okay, the second shot now at this par 5. Now his third, staring right at the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here.
Birdie. Almost missed it.
Good read, good line, well played.
We've made it at last to the 18th, partner. What a finishing hole.
It is. It's a tee shot you have to respect. That fairway goes on that sort of 60-degree angle towards the left, so you have to know how far you fly the ball, and of course you can't afford to miss hit your tee shot. But a good tee shot. Let's talk a bit positive here. Good tee shot in the middle of the fairway, just going to leave you a short iron, and an excellent chance to finish with another birdie.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. This hole really sets up well for the player. Birdie yesterday, A chance for another one today to win the Mid-Season Classic. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. That's why you play the game, to stack up the wins. Great effort right there.
First place.
Frank, it's been quite a journey to this point, but here we are, the 18th hole at Lighthouse Point.
It looks like a dogleg left, or it should play like a dogleg left. You might stand on that tee and think that you can take the direct line.
You can't get there from here, can you?
Good old Maine terminology there. So the goal really is to somehow find that fairway down the right. And, of course, it all depends on how far you fly that tee shot on the line you take. From there on in, just a short iron and maybe a chance to get another birdie and finish with a smile on your face.
Well, thank you for watching. I'm going to end this stream on a positive win. That was awesome. I hope everyone has an awesome Thanksgiving.